Well, timing is everything. I think it was Big and Rich. John Rich and Big Kenny are 180 in their views on most everything. They share a lot of common thoughts, but musically and style-wise, they're 180. And when you bring the blend together, it's magic, and it's dangerous. And it's dangerous musically. It's dangerous on a lot of levels. And I think people like the danger. They like the really heartfelt side of them that live this life, and the Holy Waters and the 8th of Novembers. And then it's hard for them to believe that same artist is Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, and Come Into Your City and Jalapeno. They're broad, and they write all of their own music. There's, to date, never been a song written or recorded by them that they haven't written or co-written. So they're like a musical juggernaut. And I think that's why. I mean, they are that good. Well, you know, a lot of country artists do write their own music. I'd say it's a mixed bag. Some of them exclusively write their own music that they record. Some of them blend, like Gretchen writes half or two-thirds of her stuff or co-writes it. And some of them pretty much only use outside writers like Reba McEntire and George Strait. So there's no right way or wrong way. It's just that if you can write as well as they write, you're crazy not to try to write your own stuff. But I think Big and Rich would be open to recording outside material too. If the right song came along, they'd do it. They're not hung up about having to write everything. It's just that they feel, just like we like to produce our own videos, you know, they feel like they like to write their own songs. You know, and Gretchen's the same way. Cowboy Troy, same way. They write most of their own music. Well, Big and Rich and Gretchen Wilson and Cowboy Troy, their first videos, all three of those artists, were their breakout pieces. Redneck Woman was a very strategic concept for her video because it had to illuminate the viewer as to who Gretchen Wilson was. The song Redneck Woman is semi-autobiographical for her, but the video allowed you to see that she's actually that person singing, because many songs on the radio sound like they might be about the person singing them, but that person doesn't live that life. Gretchen lives the life, so all we try to do with Gretchen is show her the way she lives. She's out ripping it up on four-wheelers and getting muddy and getting dirty and having fun, and you know, and she's a little bit crazy, you know, and all we did was be true to her. Same thing with Big and Rich, the Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy video. We just kept thinking, what would the Beatles have done? What would Lennon and McCartney have done today with a breakthrough video? How would they show who they are? And that's why there's little feelings of the Beatles in that video. When they're in their wardrobe, they are, and they're dancing around with umbrellas. It's a little bit Magical Mystery Tour-ish. And we thought about that consciously, because I'm not afraid to say it. I think John Rich and Big Kenny are the two most prolific partner songwriters I've ever been around. I mean, they collectively had close to 100 songs recorded last year. Probably 70, 80, 90 this year, including breakout, you know, Faith Hill's comeback hit. John wrote it with Adam, who's their guitar player. You know, two of the breakout artists that are out there right now were written by John. Big Kenny's written numerous songs for other artists that are these same artists. So, and Gretchen's just writing like crazy. So the whole idea is, we're not shy. They're great, but we work extra hard to try to convey their image, who they really are, through these videos, rather than just interpret a song. It's more the same. You have to be innovative every day, and you have to maintain what you've built. That's it. We're not done being innovative. We want to re-break every 6 months. You know, Gretchen's got a huge book coming out that'll probably turn into a movie about her life. It comes out in October. You know, Big and Rich have a documentary coming out in July that's an hour-long documentary about the song that they're singing about on the radio right now. So, and Cowboy Troy's getting ready to start his next album, and with any luck, his first album will go gold in the next few months, and he'll be the first black artist in country music to have a gold album since Charlie Pride, and it happens to be a rap album in country music. We just have to keep reinventing ourselves and reinventing our artists. And when I say we, I kind of feel like one of them, because the passion has to be there. You know, that's the other thing about management. You can't do it without passion. You got to live it, love it, believe it. It's not just about getting an act and hoping they hit, because I don't think it works. So we all work as a team and try to help each other out, and it's really to continue to push the boundaries and yet at the same time maintain what we built. It's two things at once.